Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Global Heart meditation. Welcome to those of you who have been here holding space for me to join. I apologize. I logged in a few minutes late. The truth is that it was quite noisy in the hallway. My studio is right next to a yoga studio. And there's a 6 o'clock class at 6 p.m. here in Spain. So I was waiting for them to kind of like finish their chit-chatting out in the hallway for them to begin their class so we could start with relative silence. Hello, Mary. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Gitte V. Nielsen. I know I probably murder your surname, so apologies for that. Hello, Elizabeth, Fernanda, Janelle. Hello, Six Bullets. And those of you who are joining us just now, happy Wednesday, Mary. Hello, Danny. How's your week going so far? Yeah? Good? Not so good? Crappy? Not so crappy? How's your week going? Hello, Amanda. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you, everybody. New Jersey. My goodness. Hello, Tina from Denmark. I remember you, Tina. Yeah, just we had a really lovely opening the heart weekend retreat seminar. Had a lovely group of 15 people from all parts of the world. My goodness, it was very, very, really very inspiring, very healing time. I know everyone walked away feeling lighter, more connected to themselves, to their heart, with a deeper understanding of what it means to live with an open heart, and then also with greater clarity with regards to the healing journey that everyone is on and the work ahead. Oh, yes, Gita, I pronounce your surname good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Great. Hello, Fabiola Cuenca, Elaine. Yeah. Mary says she recommends future retreats. Yeah, I plan to do them. I think for now, well, we're still under these worldwide limitations in terms of travel and gathering. Most likely every other month. Yeah, every other month. So you can count on the next one being in end of March, sometime around the end of March. For those of you that missed it. What was one of the things that was really beautiful for me and this time around was that I started incorporating some of my music and the singing, and people loved it. It helped people connect to their hearts, to their emotions much quicker. And because music has that. Music has the capacity to bypass the conscious mind, the intellect, the rational mind, and help you connect with your emotions. And understandably so. The very first language that you learned how to speak was the language of sound, vibration, movement. From the time you were a tiny little embryo inside your mummy's belly. Yeah, your eyes would close, you couldn't speak, couldn't see anything. But what you could do was you could feel vibration and you could hear sound. In fact, that's how your heart was connected to your mother's heart. That's how you experience the world, through sound, vibration. There are these wonderful experiments that were done in Holland many years ago, where they had a camera hooked up to the embryo inside the mother's womb, and then the mother was in a conversation with the father. And so they were tracking the movement of the fetus the embryo, as it related to the vibration, the sound, and the rhythm, the cadence of the conversation that mom and dad were having at that moment. And guess what? When they slowed everything down, like slow motion kind of effect, they noticed that as the tone went up, the body of the baby moved with the tonality. There was a synchronicity, almost like an entrained dance between the baby and the vibration, the sound that was coming from the conversation. Now, the research went as far as being able to demonstrate also the effect, not just of the tonality, but also the emotion behind it. How, for example, when there was anger expressed between the partners, the baby felt it and it would contract and it would feel the anger and would close, almost as if saying, like, no, don't argue, please. I don't like it. And when their parents were radiating or were communicating with compassion and with love and with joy, it was quite the opposite. The baby would open up. Instead of contracting, he would open up. And that is the essence of what happens to the nervous system when we're exposed to these different emotional range. And that's why also, unbeknownst to a lot of people, some trauma occurs at that level, because the baby's so entrained, so connected. We're so listening to the vibration, the sound, the tonality, everything, that all of that is constantly affecting the nervous system of the embryo, the child in the making. Yeah, great. Hello, Eliza. Hello, Yogachitam. I love your name. Yeah, from New Zealand. Oh my God, what time is it over there? It must be early in the morning already. Gee, you're a night owl, undoubtedly. Hello, Seattle Reiki, Eugene. Wonderful. Hello, Kareem from Holland. My goodness, Veronica. Hola, Veronica. Hello again, everybody. The truth, I have no idea what we're going to be doing today. I saw the message from Mary saying, I wonder what you have up this sleeve today. Well, the truth is, there's nothing. Well, not nothing. I mean, obviously, there will be something. I just don't know. And just so that you know, I normally don't like to plan these sessions in terms of what it is that I'm going to actually be doing. Normally, it is revealed to me just a moment before, or sometimes right as I begin. And I honestly began today, and I still have no idea what we're going to be meditating on. I'm very much in the flow. I will tell you this, though. I'm still feeling the after effect, kind of like the healing hangover from the past weekend. Something I was sharing with a group of people that participated in the weekend retreat was that when love enters your body, when it enters your nervous system, it sometimes can feel toxic. And what I mean by that is the moment we summon the energy of love, it will start bringing up all the unlovingness within us. So it's one of the reasons why sometimes after we have a very strong emotional movement, we'll get flu-like symptoms, we'll get a bit of a headache. It's part of the healing. It really is part of the healing that as the emotions, all the emotions are leaving your body. Remember that emotions are primarily made out of electromagnetic energy. And so as this movement is taking place, especially when there are old emotions that have been stuck in your body for a very long time, as they make their way out because love is getting in, sometimes the body's in an attempt to rebalance itself, recalibrate itself, or adapt to the new vibration, to the new energy, experiences flu-like symptoms. Is one of the things that is commonly referred also as ascension symptoms. For those of you, ascension in essence means you're moving from the lower energy levels to love. And so you are ascending up, in essence, the emotional scale, which is really the purpose of any spiritual system. The purpose of following a spiritual life or going on some kind of spiritual path is ultimately to become a more loving version of yourself. So anybody's on a spiritual path is automatically on the path of ascension. And the ascension is primarily energetic, emotional. This is why then, as you move away from fear, anger, guilt, shame, blaming others for what you think it's happening to you, and begin to see yourself as the source of your experience, and begin to ascend to higher levels of empowerment, taking responsibility for yourself, taking ownership of your emotional body, your own wounding, your shadows, your projections, everything that you have suppressed. In that sense, you start feeling happier. Your outlook changes. You have more energy then for creativity. Okay. And those are all signs that you're moving into more loving, joyful, compassionate space. You know, it's the in essence of what the poet Rumi referred to when he said, our job is not to seek love, but to remove the obstacles that keep us from attuning into love. All right. Well, because I'm not really feeling 100%, as I said earlier, I'm still feeling the, yeah, it's like I'll just call it the hangover, the toxic hangover that comes sometimes from having an emotional release that comes from healing. What I like to do is I want to share with you a couple of exercises that you can do whenever you feel you're coming down with a cold that will help you raise your immune system. Are you guys up for learning that? And then we'll dive into a guided meditation that will have specifically that intention. All right. Well, we'll start with 3 techniques. And these are 3 techniques that you can use at any given time when you're just starting to feel off. Okay. When you start to feel like it's almost like I may have the beginning of a viral infection, or you could actually do this. You know, there's so many people who are, many of us are feeling very paranoid, like, right. Yeah. You start getting some flu-like symptoms, and right away you start thinking like, oh my God, I got COVID. Oh no. And you start going into a bit of a panic. So whenever you feel like you're starting to get a little bit sick, or you ate something that doesn't feel right, or you feel sluggish in your body, these are 3 things, very specific things that you can do that will immediately raise your vibration and raise your energy system. Okay, first thing, you're going to love this, is you're going to massage your ears. So would you gently begin to massage your ears and literally pull them, slightly tug at them, massaging the inside of the ears, the outside of the ears, everywhere, all around the ears. Your ear contains dozens of tiny acupressure points, each one connected to a major organ in the body. So every time you start massaging your ears, guess what you're doing? You are stimulating all the organs in the body, and that is helping energize your system, reestablish the flow of energy. And yes, remember, one of the key glands that supports your immune function is the thymus gland. So there is a point in the ear that, when stimulated, will have the tendency to energize and rebalance the thymus glands. So there we are. You're going to notice as you start doing this that immediately you start feeling warm. Can you guys feel warm already? Can you feel Yeah, the warmth, it's already an indication that your temperature is rising and the body is raising its frequency. Okay, and again, we're massaging the ears. We're gently tugging at them, pulling them up and down, up and down, up and down. I learned this from an acupuncturist, believe it or not, who did acupuncture on horses when I was when I was a teenager in New Hampshire, and I was riding horses, and I became very interested in acupuncture in animals and dogs and in horses. And so a vet taught me how to do this. I would first practice it on animals, and then I started practicing it myself, and I realized, like, oh my God, this feels incredible. All right, so let's stop and then just be still for a moment and then just notice. What do you feel has changed or slightly different? Do you feel more present? Do you feel a little bit more alive? Can you feel the hum? Great. Cool. All right. That's the number one, or the first technique. The second technique, it's going to seem really odd to you, I'm pretty sure. For this one, I'm going to have to stand up. So I'm going to have to, lose sight of me for a moment. But this involves gently tapping your kidneys, your kidney areas. Your kidneys represent your life force. So what are we going to do for this? I'm going to have to raise my voice so you can hear me. You're going to tap the back. There. You're going to tap, 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 tap. Gently tap your kidney area. That is, again, energizing the kidneys. Right above the kidneys, there are two little glands called the suprarenal. And they are in charge of generating what? Adrenaline. Yeah, is the hormone that makes you feel very awake, excited, alert, gives you a lot of energy. So when you thump and you hit the kidney area right here, that stimulates the kidney function, and therefore, life force is moving through your body and spine, preparing you for action. And now, what's happening with the warmth around the body? I think I'm starting to sweat a little bit because I'm having some hot tea. Okay, can you feel the warmth? Fabiola says she can. Yeah, Veronica says I can feel the clear in the neck area. Yeah. Great. So we have the pulling of the ears. Yes. We have the thumping of the kidney area. This is wonderful to do, by the way, in the shower. When you take a shower, especially if you do it under an ice cold shower, it will support your immune function tremendously. You'll feel very invigorated. All right, the third technique that you can use to enhance your immune function is to thump your thymus gland. And remember, the thymus gland is responsible for the immune function, producing the production of white blood cells. So what we're going to do is we're going to thump the thymus gland. It's actually right where the high heart chakra is located. So in the center, around the level of the heart, think of it about maybe an inch or two above that. So about this area right here. So the way this is done, well, there are two ways you can do it, actually. You can do just simply thumping like that, right? Just thumping like that. This will have already an immediate effect. Just thumping the thymus gland. Dr. David Hawkins, in his kinesiology books, and a lot of books on kinesiology, use this technique, but with a very focused awareness on the feeling, and then also on letting out a big as you do this, as a way to rebalance the entire emotional system. In fact, they call it spiritual first aid. So that when, for example, if you're some kind of an emotional shock, this is a technique that you can use. This is actually a really wonderful preparation technique for the guided meditation before we dive into it. So here's a technique. I'll explain it really quickly, and then we'll do it together, and then we'll go straight from there into our guided meditation. What we're going to do is, first, we're going to evoke or think about someone that we love or someone who loves us. It could also be a divine being. So you could think, for example, of Jesus the Christ or Gautama the Buddha, Mother Mary, baby Jesus, one of the archangels, your late grandmother, a parent, your child. It doesn't matter. What matters the most is that you think about someone or something that embodies unconditional love, somebody that you love or who loves you. Okay, that's the first thing. So once you have that feeling and you're feeling that feeling, then you're going to go ha, ha, ha. All right. You're going to let out 3 ha's. Ha, ha, ha. So the ha, believe it or not, that is in Japanese, that's the voice, the mantra, the syllable that opens the heart. Okay, ha, ha, ha. And we're going to do this 3 times together, all right? So we evoke the feeling of care or love. We think about a divine being that we love or a person that we love. And then we're going to go ha, 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 ha. So we're going to do it 3 times. And then after we do that, we're going to go straight into the guided meditation. Okay, are you ready? So we're doing now the thymus thump, energizing the thymus gland, reactivating the immune function, and at the same time, resetting the emotional system. Are you ready? Yes? Okay, cool. Would you think about someone that you love or bring into your mind's eye the image of a divine being that embodies the presence of unconditional love? Breathe in and out of the heart that feeling of love as you think about them, giving yourself permission to feel the love, to feel their compassion. And then on the count of 3, we're going to do the thymus thump again 3 times, each one letting out the sound ha, ha, ha. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Deep inhale. Ha, ha, ha. Deep inhale. Ha, ha, ha. Deep inhale. Ha, ha, ha. And now just rest the hand over your heart. As you continue to breathe straight in and out of the heart, noticing the pulsating beat of your heart on your chest. Noticing the rising of the belly. Relaxing the head, the neck, and the shoulders. Relaxing the stomach muscles, the pelvic area, the legs. Just relaxing all into this present moment, giving yourself permission to be at the center of your breath. To become the witness of that heartbeat. Feeling all the energy that we have stirred up in preparation. Feeling the life force flowing through your veins, flowing through the rivers of energy that move through your meridian systems. Continuing to feel that love from that divine being or person that you evoked. For the next few moments, I focus on the present moment. In the timeless reality I can access through my connection with my heartbeat. Remembering that right here and right now, I am part of the larger intelligence, the unified field of awareness that is the mind of God, that is the heartbeat of the cosmos. In the name of the Father, the Mother, in the name of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And speaking on behalf of everyone who's present here today, or anyone who's watching the replay, I unify my heart to the heart of God, Father, Mother. And declare that right here and right now, my heart is the temple of the living God within me. That my heart is the sacred space, for God only makes sacred hearts. I know that with every pulsating beat within me, I am energizing, revitalizing, reinvigorating the life force, the God force within me. Balancing the threefold flame within my heart. Blazing the threefold flame. Expanding the threefold flame within me. I allow this life force within my heart to radiate all around me, creating a sphere of unconditional love that harmonizes all organs, bodily functions, every molecule, every cell within my body temple, establishing perfect assimilation, perfect circulation, perfect elimination. My immune system working at optimum capacity. All cells within my body communicating in perfect harmony and order. I am the threefold radiance of God within me. I am the love, the wisdom, and the power of the God source, the Godhead, expanding, balancing, and blazing within me. For the next few moments, allow yourself to feel welcome and get to know this life force intimately as you gently affirm, I am the radiance of God. 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 Radiance of God, around us seal your tube of light. Call forth in God's own name. Let it keep our temples free from all discord sent to us, within us, and all around us. Radiance in the heart of God expand all around each and every one of us. Thy love, thy wisdom, thy power expanding in every direction. Radiance in the heart of God. Unify, unify, unify all hearts here today across the globe in a larger sphere of love, wisdom, and power to encircle the globe. Let the radiance from the heart of God surround planet Earth and all of God's children. Let the radiance in the heart of God strengthen immune systems, strengthen the heart-brain connection, strengthen the presence of the living Christ within each person. Radiance in the heart of God shine in the United States. Radiance in the heart of God shine in South America, Central America. Radiance in the heart of God shine all over Europe, Asia, India, Australia, New Zealand. Radiance in the heart of God. Fill planet Earth with thy love, thy wisdom, thy power. Let there be no place on earth remain untouched by thy light. Radiance in the heart of God. Expand for all to see. Radiance in the heart of God. Radiance in my heart. Radiance in the heart of my family and my friends. Radiance all around me. For the next few moments, see yourself as one of 1,000 suns beaming light to planet Earth, knowing that your heart is right now a vehicle, a vessel of God's light. That you are an instrument of love, wisdom, and power from the Godhead flowing all around you, flowing through you to planet Earth. Restoring the divine plan for Earth and for every soul. Restoring heaven on earth. As you continue to radiate this light, allow the following mantra spoken by St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring love. Where there is injury, let me bring pardon. Where there is discord, let me bring union. Where there is error, let me bring truth. Where there is doubt, let me bring faith. Where there is despair, let me bring hope. Where there's darkness, let me bring light. And where there's sadness, let me bring joy. Oh, Master, let me not as much to seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, It is in losing ourselves that we are found. It is in forgiving that we are forgiven. And it is in dying to our old selves that we are reborn in Christ. Amen. Radiance in the heart of God. Let each and every one of us here today become an instrument of God's will. Strengthen our hearts, our wills, our capacity to love, to forgive, and to be vehicles of compassion, that we may see and recognize not only our own innocence, but the innocence at the heart of everyone. May all of that within us, which opposes the vibration of love, be dissolved, neutralized, transmuted, and surrendered with courage, that God may shine more triumphantly through our hearts. And may all this happen according to the will of God for each and every one of us, so that God may be glorified on earth as in heaven. That the cries may rise triumphant in the heart of every son and daughter of God. And the divine plan for our lives be fulfilled in a way that is perfect and ideal for each one of us. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. Feel the presence of love within you. Feel the vibrational presence of your life force, your heartbeat. So, how are you feeling now? I have to say that the feeling of tension and the headache that I had at the back of my head, it's completely gone now. Instead, I feel a little high, as if I just had a glass of wine or I smoked something that was not a cigarette. Oh goodness, I do. I feel very relaxed. What about you? How are you feeling? All right, we're getting now to the end of our time together. Well, I hope that these three simple practices that I share with you helped you, grow in your awareness of three very specific things that you can do to activate your immune function. Remember, number one, just as simply as massaging your ears. Gets the blood flowing, it activates, energizes all the different glands within your body. Number two, tapping your kidneys. Remember that? Tap, 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 tap. You can do that in the shower. All these things, you can actually do them in the shower. If you do them in the shower, it will have an amplified effect. You can just, when you're lathering your ears, you can do that, and then thump the kidney area. And then the last one remember, is the thymus thump. You can just do the gentle, just thump like that, do about 12 of them, or you can do the thymus thump, okay, which is where you then bring the image of a divine being that represents unconditional love, and then you go ha 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 ha. Okay, cool. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your beautiful comments. Zolly, Veronica, love and light to you. Feeling excellent, said Zolly. Gita, wonderful session, new exciting techniques. Great. You're welcome, Fabiola, Elaine, crying and bless. Wow. Gita says, tingling, and I feel truly amazing, blessed, and thank you. Yeah, she say blessed. Yeah, you have no idea how many times I've been feeling, as I was saying earlier, where I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, and then I do a combination of these different techniques. And then after that, I just simply stay in my heart, breathing in and out, and feeling and activating just the frequency of unconditional love, care, gratitude, and compassion. And the next day I wake up, I'm feeling perfectly fine. It says a lot of the power that we have to be our own healers, knowing that ultimately it is not us that does the healing, but it is love, right? Love is the only thing that heals. And so the prayer for peace, or the prayer for love that I spoke about, St. Francis, during our guided meditation, it's in essence a prayer so that you can become an instrument of that love. And then so that as that love flows to you, then it can then restore you, or restore the person or the situation that you like to bring some healing to. Remembering that, again, it is the Father in heaven that does the work. So the Father in heaven is another name for unconditional love. So it is the unconditional love of God that does the healing, that does the work for us. All right, as always, if you like this video, if you like these guided meditations, please like them, share them, subscribe to this channel in case you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Okay. Thank you for now, and stay in your heart, stay grounded. And if at any time you feel like you want to revisit this guided meditation, then simply come back, catch the replay, or any of the other guided meditations that are part of these weekly Wednesday series. Have a fantastic rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. I send you my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye.